The year 2023 will forever be etched in Brazil's memory, a year when natural disasters seem to strike with unprecedented fury. In February, torrential rains unleashed havoc on the picturesque coastline of São Paulo state, triggering landslides that swallowed entire neighborhoods and claimed hundreds of lives. Images of homes reduced to rubble, their foundations crumbled like sandcastles, served as a chilling reminder of nature's raw power. Just months later, the nation's south was ravaged by a devastating drought, the worst in nearly a century. Rivers dwindled to mere trickles, crops withered and died, and communities faced the harsh reality of water scarcity. These recent events are not isolated incidents but rather grim chapters in a story that has been unfolding for decades. In 2011, floods and landslides in the mountainous region of Rio de Janeiro claimed over 900 lives, leaving behind a trail of devastation that continues to haunt the region. The Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the planet, has been ravaged by increasingly severe droughts and wildfires, pushing this delicate ecosystem closer to a tipping point. The frequency and intensity of these disasters serve as a stark warning, a clear indication that we are living in an era of unprecedented environmental change. Amidst the statistics and the scientific data, it is easy to lose sight of the human cost of these disasters. Behind every flooded home, every collapsed building, every parched field lie stories of loss, resilience, and the unyielding human spirit. Maria, a resident of Petropolis, still vividly remembers the day the mountainside came crashing down, burying her neighborhood under tons of mud and debris. It was like the world was ending, she recalls, her voice trembling slightly. I lost everything, my home, my belongings, but most importantly, my husband. Yet even in the face of unimaginable loss, Maria, like so many others, found the strength to rebuild her life, brick by brick, hope by hope. In the aftermath of these disasters, stories of courage and compassion abound. Neighbors helping neighbors, strangers sharing food and shelter, volunteers risking their own safety to search for survivors. These acts of human kindness, often spontaneous and unheralded, underscore the resilience of the human spirit and the power of community in times of crisis. Section 4. Unmasking the culprit. Why Brazil is prone to disaster. While natural disasters are often perceived as random acts of nature, in reality, they are the result of a complex interplay of factors, many of which are exacerbated by human activities. Brazil, with its diverse geography and rapidly growing population, is particularly vulnerable to these converging forces. Climate change, driven by our insatiable appetite for fossil fuels, is altering weather patterns, leading to more extreme rainfall, prolonged droughts, and rising sea levels. This, in turn, intensifies the impact of natural disasters, turning what might have been manageable events into catastrophic ones. Urbanization, another significant factor, is putting increasing pressure on the environment. Rapid and often unplanned urban sprawl, particularly in hillside areas, is leading to deforestation and soil erosion, making these areas more susceptible to landslides. The destruction of natural buffers, such as mangroves and wetlands, further exacerbates the problem, leaving coastal communities more vulnerable to flooding and storm surges. Addressing these underlying causes is crucial to mitigating the impact of future disasters. Section 5. United, we stand. The power of community in crisis. In the aftermath of disaster, it is often the strength and solidarity of communities that provide the first line of defense. Across Brazil, local organizations, community groups, and individuals are stepping up to fill the gaps, providing essential aid and supporting those affected. From organizing food and clothing drives to providing temporary shelter and medical assistance, these grassroots efforts are a testament to the power of collective action. In the favelas, often overlooked by official aid efforts, residents have developed their own networks of support, sharing resources, and looking out for one another. These informal networks, built on trust and shared experience, are crucial for survival in the immediate aftermath of a disaster and play a vital role in the long process of rebuilding. The resilience and resourcefulness of these communities offer valuable lessons in disaster preparedness and response. Section 6. Preparing for the inevitable steps towards a safer future. While we cannot prevent natural disasters, we can take steps to mitigate their impact and build more resilient communities. This requires a multi-pronged approach, encompassing individual preparedness, community engagement, and government action. At the individual level, it is crucial to have a disaster preparedness plan in place, including knowing evacuation routes, having an emergency kit readily available, and staying informed about weather alerts and warnings. Communities can play a vital role in promoting disaster preparedness by organizing workshops, conducting drills, and establishing early warning systems. Investing in infrastructure improvements such as strengthening bridges, improving drainage systems, and building more resilient housing can significantly reduce the damage caused by floods and landslides. Section 7. Our home, our responsibility, a call for collective action. The increasing frequency and intensity of natural disasters in Brazil are a stark reminder of our interconnectedness with the natural world. These events are not isolated incidents but rather symptoms of a planet under stress, a planet demanding our attention. Addressing the root causes of climate change, promoting sustainable urban planning, and empowering communities to prepare for and respond to disasters are not just environmental imperatives but moral ones. The future of Brazil, like that of our planet, depends on our collective action. We must move beyond complacency and embrace a sense of shared responsibility. By working together, we can create a safer, more resilient future for ourselves and for generations to come. The time for action is now, before the next disaster strikes.